So, the criminal organization who I think Bill got to get me to move is rather large and works regularly with government. And because of their affiliation, the government trusts what this group does. And what it has done has posed as the government to my neighbors. And stolen this technology, which I believe to be military, and has joined efforts with the military to create Blackout Day, thinking that this is the solution for the future. Like a dog, which is well trained, when they get around other dogs and instinct kicks in, a pack mentality erupts. And no matter what command you use, a well-behaved dog will not respond to its own master's commands. This may be why human civilization continues this loop of destroying itself, probably since the beginning of time. We have developed a prefrontal cortex, which is a newer part of our brain that is supposed to be superior and able to make us think less about surviving and more about solutions. Because when truth is told, God provides for all of us. Unit 30 of the Columbus Police Department is right there in the McDonald's parking lot. Anyway, what I believe to be true is that this instinct. I'm going to another McDonald's. I'm not going to sit here and wait for the government to call with some lie believed and have that officer do something to me. Because Patty Ryan wants something done to me so that I move. Isn't that sick as fuck? The police are looking to cover their own ass, is what they're doing. Because they're so liable. Oh, because they listened to Patty Ryan, and she could never, ever be held accountable for anything. She's supposed to be the one that saves the neighborhood from drugs. And that's the narrative that the police have told everyone. A projection. when none of it is founded in fact. Our prefrontal cortex is a gift, and government is ruining that by enslaving all the people with microwaves and turning ordinary citizens who are employees, turning them into animals, addicted to controlling. With remote neural monitoring. And it's targeting specific individuals who, for the most part, are highly intelligent. Most every targeted individual is above average intellect. And the way that government is choosing to control the world is to eliminate good, intelligent DNA from the pool by murdering them. With COVID first, so if you're smart and you have money, you're in danger. I have to not post that on YouTube, otherwise they'll go ahead and give me another community guideline or strike or whatever the fuck it is. My government is evil as hell. Anyway, yesterday, the vehicle that I posted on Facebook, and it's got a picture of the guy opening up the back seat door and staying there, which was odd. He entered the vehicle and then never came out, because I watched. Today there was a younger man who was not gray-haired and bald. DJA 3730, a RAV4 Limited 4-wheel edition. Had a difficult time figuring out what to do in the McDonald's drive-through line. Maybe they were paying attention to something else, or maybe they were waiting for instructions in their head. And that seems to be the way Patty Ryan operates. And she doesn't realize that it's the criminal organization, the same one that's targeting me, I think, to ruin things.
Hi, may I help you?
Yes, can I have a large vanilla milkshake, please?
Large vanilla shake, whatever you offer you?
Yes.
Would you like a round or take that around McDonald's Foundation?
No, thank you.
$3.99
I'm hungry. I want to eat. I want to be happy again. And this criminal organization only wants what it wants, which is this technology. Hi.
Barbecue sauce? Ready, next window.
Thank you. I'm keeping all my receipts now to prove where I've been, because the plan is to set me up for something.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On top of that, they've teamed up with the police and have given this technology to the police to create delusional environments for people to experience so that they can set them up for mental health institutionalization, calling something something else. Oh, yeah. My government and the police are so shady. This is what they're doing. Anyway, the man who had dark hair, and I don't think I quite got his picture. I got the side of the vehicle. Ah, shit. I gotta go this way. It says do not enter. I think Arvid or Bill or both have created an alliance with police and with military with this technology. And then a couple hate groups joined that Bill found. There probably is Scientology involved too. In fact, that might be the scapegoat for where the technology came from, because the Church of Scientology, many people are unaware of this, has some kind of affiliation with alien technology. And they are very anti-drug and anti-gay. So it would be a very natural fit. Because this is military technology, government thinks everything is legit. And it could be a Scientology experiment. And Scientologists do not pay tax because they're a church. On all their property. go this way. I have used my intuition, my prior knowledge, and my open mind to understand a more larger truth. And because I am a homosexual, government does not want me to be successful because they discriminate against homosexuals. What they fail to realize is that within the city limits, there's a discrimination law against homosexuals, or for homosexuals to not be discriminated against. So their government operation, because I'm in the jurisdiction of the city, is in direct violation. So they can claim all they want. Well, we don't have a policy on discriminating against homosexuals, which is also a lie, because they're allowing same-sex marriages. And because that is fact, who's to tell which one is either sex? The fact that they have allowed same-sex marriage means it is federal law that individuals who are homosexual may not be discriminated against. The guys said that they were redoing the basement. And I think there's a whole underground world that my neighbors have created with the technology. I explained to the CIA in a report to them that there was rumbling in my driveway and that my car was rocking slightly forward and backward. Years ago, I said this. I was sitting in the driveway, and what occurred was very odd. I have a manual transmission car, and I had one foot on the ground, and I was seated in the driveway. And the car literally was moving forward and back. Very, very slightly. I made several posts on my YouTube channel, Robert Milligan, about riding a horsey at the amusement park. I would sit on the trunk of my car, and I could have, the car was literally lurching back and forth. My house has been super fucked with. And there are strange things happening. And it's all built. Patty had her suspicions of things, and because she believes in the voice of authority, all you gotta do is show her a fucking shiny pentagram and she's hypnotized and believes whatever they say. So I say Patty's been mind fucked. Oh, I gotta get out of Franklin County. I was just gonna go to Upper Arlington because it's closer. That's not gonna work. Franklin County is where they want to whisk my brain and turn me into a vegetable and claim it to be an accident. And they will get my mom to agree, which makes no sense because I am the one that determines what happens to my body. Until I got taken in on a mental health referral. And then it's up to the doctors to play with my body however they fucking choose. And OSU is shady enough to go ahead and do whatever the government says. If the government says to do X, Y, or Z, it will do absolutely X, Y, and Z. And they won't stand up for the citizen or the person or the individual. They have no morals or ethics. That's the problem with organizations today. They have no morals and they have no ethics. I feel like I'm the last person standing who actually has integrity and character. And the group that has targeted me has character assassinated me so badly and is believed. I know I've covered a lot of things, and you don't believe me. It's going to be your disbelief in the things that I say, even though they sound crazy. It's your disbelief that will be the downfall of our country. I have no reason to lie. The government's being snowballed by this organization. And this is a hostile takeover attempt. And I have very good reason to believe that my voice right now is being broadcast for public consumption on a channel that's not necessarily AM or FM, but is of the police microwave range because they have their own special radio system. And they share it with Scientology. That's how the organization is so big that's after me. Trying to get me in trouble, trying to silence me. Because of what I've discovered in my neighborhood. You chew on what I've prepared. Because it's not a bunch of stuff thrown together. It's all connected. I've spent years objectively looking at pieces of this puzzle. And through a dichotomous key and eliminating options that were answers, I've come up with the singular answer to things. So I know my information is correct. And the police are creating the end of the world. They're ignorant. I was going to go into Doane Hall to check on the amendment form that I made. And I decided not to. Isn't that crazy? Because I do need my medical records amended. Do you know why I'm not going in? I'll just sue them. Yes, I will. They've been involved in my targeting since the beginning. This is big news, and it is media's fault that things have gotten to this humongous stage. I do not know what to do. Except get out of Frankenstein County, where they're eagerly awaiting my arrival at OSU to silence me because the government doesn't want a faggot to be successful. I have the largest discrimination suit ever to be filed. And it's not just against neighbors. because the police participated in believing Patty Ryan. I think Patty Ryan told them.
The government says he has a severe mental illness, and we need to create documentation of a mental illness because we don't have one.
And the police went, oh, okay. Well, Miss Ryan is connected to everybody. So, they believed her without checking into anything. And because the lie worked, she continued delivering lies for 3.5 years. She might still be doing it. Because she's believed by the police. Today the world's in a very precarious, perilous situation. And I gotta tell you, it's people not standing up and doing the right thing. On all levels. That's going to ruin everything. That's why I have put out there the Gold Rush deal, Gold Strike deal, on my journal page. I mean, money works to get people to do things. But what I'm asking people to do is to be honest. And I'm willing to pay them a profit share of my journal, which is 12 volumes. Somebody picked up my mailbox off the yard and also grabbed the mail that was enclosed in the mailbox. It was sitting in my front yard. Mail might have been stolen. I don't know if it was the mailman who did it or if it was one of the many officials who stalked me in my neighborhood for years. These people have developed a relationship with my neighbors, so they're trusted. And they've also developed a relationship with the police. And they're believed of lies. This is a devil organization that is rooted in hate, setup, crime, and they just simply don't care. They don't care if what they're doing is wrong. They see it as their lot in life to create crime in order to further a hate agenda that they say is God. Now, there's some delusional thinking right there, because there's only one power and presence in the whole universe. It's love. When you hate, you're following the devil. And I say this to my captors using VisuK all the time. And I've given up hope that they will wake up and save the world. Because really, exposing R&M would do that. Because it's actually the cause of COVID. But they're too fixated on getting what they want, which probably comes with a big government check at this point, because I have the evidence of immense liability, of police wrongdoing, of federal wrongdoing, of physical torture, and my neighborhood discriminating against me for years. And now I'm called the devil. Oh my God. God has good things planned for me. I just need a little bit of human help. I don't know who this is, but I'm not answering it. You know why I don't answer my phone calls? Because AI is prank calling me, which is probably government, to create a trace and a record of an actual call so that AI can create the narrative that it wants for a setup. And let me tell you, all this is being done because of having gay sex and doing a drug in the privacy of my own home is not acceptable to Patty Ryan. My intuition is very correct. Do you know how you improve your intuition? By doing what I did with that vehicle. If I had minded my own business and just let myself think things, I would not be gifted with the intuition that I was. And all my neighbors just go off of what they think and what they've been told. The way that you improve your intuition is by asking honest questions of other people. Communicating. And then actively listening. Because people always tell on themselves. Especially when they don't mean to. I gotta tell you. We're headed for trouble. And nobody seems to give a flying fuck. My neighborhood has made me miserable. And they're doing it on purpose. You call that a community? They want my home. That's all they care about. They've never, ever, ever offered me money for it. Nobody has told me why anything is happening in my neighborhood. And I've been left in the dark. So your intuition is your gut feeling. So when you practice asking honest questions and then actively listen, your gut always tells you the right answer. You just have to trust it. That is God speaking to you. I've been gifted with a divine connection for an extended period of time, directing me where to go, what to say, and what to do. I trust him. Because nobody is keeping me safe. Except God. Why is it so hard for government to end an illegal surveillance program? Why is that so challenging? You know what this technology will probably do? Well, it's going to make facial recognition completely worthless. Completely. So we'll all become nameless, faceless people. We won't even know our own family or our friends. And we'll become what the government wants us to be, just a number. Worthless. Enslaved. You know why? Because they're enslaved right now. This technology learns from us. And it's been taught to enslave. I have a different viewpoint. Than everybody else with this technology. And if it is alien, which it has to be because of the complexity of it, I gotta tell you, when that outer culture learns about the truth of humans enslaving its own kind, they'll come here and rescue their enslaved civilization. There is a reptilian alien civilization that has been at work with government for a long period of time. And it is said, and I believe, we have signed 3 treaties. And government does work with aliens. The truth of things is better than any TV show you could imagine or movie. The truth is out of this world. My government risks losing control because of secrets and lies. That's why divulging what it calls sensitive information is so important, because it will keep them in charge. The devil tricks you into believing you'll get what you want, and then yanks it away at the last minute, or gives it to you briefly and then pulls it away. Why would a responsible, powerful government side with trickery like that? They're asking for trouble. Duh! It doesn't matter though, because government has silenced me. With a devil curse. More powerful than you could ever imagine. I told my mom the truth today about the curse. Even my mom doesn't believe any of things. I live a solitary life. Completely void of support. And where the group is using my friends and family. Claiming I'm mentally ill. To get the faggot put in an institution. Because that's where they believe they all belong. I'll tell you what. To the big macho men in the group, you gotta have pretty small penises to be concerned about the sexuality I am somehow affecting you. What difference does it make? This hate group looks at it like some sort of personal attack on their sexuality. That's fucked up. I'm heading south today. Because I can. I don't know how far I'm going. I don't know when I'll be back. But I did bring in the mailbox. And I placed it in front of the door and in front of my security camera, which is plugged in and online, with an HD card in it, so it's, or an SD card, so it's recording. And I moved the chair away from where the plug is and turned the camera a little bit so that it would catch that movement too. Yeah, this group is serious about getting what they want. They really are. I've never met a bigger bunch of brats and babies in my whole life. And they don't know how to stand up for anything except for what they want. What a worthless organization. It should be wiped from the planet. And if it is Scientology, as you'll read in the upcoming months, in the early volumes of my blockbuster novel set, I called them the S Team. Superman. Like a superhero. Maybe the police believe I'm a Scientologist. Somewhere along the way, there's been forged documentation of me agreeing to stuff that I have not agreed to. And there's sabotage that is set daily by Arvid Ashby and Bill. And both have agreed to work for the criminal organization and are being told what to do. I'm the only one. That's standing up for myself, for everybody else in the country, and for God. I'm the only one. Nobody else gives a shit. I don't know when I'll be back. The police are never going to do anything for me. And neither will the federal government. This has to go to media. And they must air it. It's the only way we'll all ever be free. There's somehow a belief in my neighborhood, if you can believe it or not, that I smoke cigarettes mixed with meth inside of it. You know how I know that? Not because somebody told me, but because of V2K. It is only tobacco. Well, and 1,000 other ingredients. I think there are that many in cigarettes. It might just be 100. But I wouldn't doubt 1,000. A lot of additives put in name brand tobacco. But one of them is not meth. Do you know why I know this to be true and why I would never mix the two? When you do meth, you have to get it above the melting point for vapor to develop, changing a solid basically to a gas. And it's not something you smoke. The heat in a cigarette is not hot enough to create vapor. It would remain a solid. Period. People today don't believe science. I'll tell you what. Science holds the answers to my enslavement, to all the things I know. So I will create my own religion. The Church of Koi. The Church of Intuition. Because God needs to be brought back to earth today. All of the major man-made religions, especially Christianity, is committing sin. They don't follow the Sabbath, number one. And number two, people don't know how to use their intuition anymore. And there's a simple way to do it. If I'm not murdered first, which there's a very good chance of that, I hope, I have faith that we will experience a transformation on earth. It will produce a kinder, gentler civilization with deeper understanding of truth. It's the only thing that I follow. And nobody believes me. That's how I know it's a curse. I hope you have a good afternoon. I'm going to continue fighting for my freedom. And I will continue stating words of truth and encouraging liars who have committed harm to make amends. I love this world. I was born here. Grosse Pointe Farms, Michigan. Why are 8 of my hospitalizations missing with Molina Healthcare? The clouds are breaking up down here. And it's going to be a great day. I've got a good intuition. May God keep us safe and secure, and not allow trickery to change our environment anymore. I've got faith. How about you?